Yeah, so welcome to a foreigner in the Philippines. So it's been a rainy day today, you know. It's been a rainy day. I don't know why it's been rainy day. Maybe because it's the end of the year soon.
Honey,
What?
the rain doesn't pause and say, uh-oh, we're late, it's the end of the year, we should be raining now.
It's been, I don't know. Look at that. Look at that scrap materials. They're going to recycle that. We are in the town of Inabanga. Yeah, so I have a question. I have what do you call that?
A question?
Question.
Who are you going to ask?
No, I'm just. You answer about the question. There's a question. Where's that?
Well,
Why is it Filipina married to a foreigner other judge because of money? Say in other words, darling, why is it if a Filipina married to a foreigner, why is it the mindset of other people is, oh, you're married because of money, you're married for a better life, you're married because the foreigner is almost gonna die and the pensions will be transferred? Why is that kind of mindset? And how, as a foreigner, if you address it, or what is your thought about that?
as a foreigner,
Yeah.
well, I'm 84 years old, so maybe I will be about to die.
It's crazy.
But
Don't say that.
well, these are the facts of life, aren't they?
But why is it?
And death.
Mhm.
Why is it what?
But why is it? It's that's what always come up on the mind of other people when they saw a Filipina married to a foreigner, especially specifically if it's a young Filipina married to an older foreigner.
Well, you were.
Are you not hurt? If it's
I
if it's in
don't.
your case, or if it's in as a foreigner on general.
Am I allowed to speak?
Okay.
That's the longest question in the world. Who knows? Who knows why people think what they think? Maybe because of their experience. Well, obviously because of their experiences, and if they themselves could not have a relationship with if it's a younger woman writing, and they could not bring themselves to have a relationship with with an older man, then that's going to be their experience and their judgment. For others, I don't know.
But you know, as a Filipina, you know, I've seen some relationships. I've seen other, you know, but it's difficult to judge because I saw majority are happy. But on the question is, why is it it's the mindset of other people that you're married, especially a young Filipina? Yes, because it's for me it's 50%. In other words, 50% yes, they might be right, and 50% they might be wrong. You know?
Yeah.
You got me?
Yes.
Because as a young Filipina is been married to an older foreigner, is because it's about commitment. Marriage is about commitment. It's about it's about sharing your lives, you know, to that person that might end next year, right? Correct?
I was hoping to make it past next year.
You know, but at the same time, it's not just a Filipina. It makes happiness to a foreigner. You know, because what's the purpose if you have pensions, you got some money on the bank, but you're alone, right? You're alone on your country, or you're alone. You're having your life in the online, finding some other Filipina that is not serious also, because they have a standard that I want younger, I want good looking, I want, I want someone that do activities, running, going to the mountain, swimming, right? You got me
Well,
hiking.
I admit when I see some of the marriages, I wonder too about how there could be attraction.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that the finances come into any agreement to get married.
Yeah.
The financial aspect is always there, and people want a certain thing, a certain standard of life, and if marrying someone who is young, out of work, and with no prospects, then they're not going to go for that, are they?
Yeah.
Who was that actress recently? The one that broke up, Catherine. And she was quoted as saying, "Never mind about what was the quote? Don't look
choose.
for a young, handsome boy with no prospects. Find someone who's got some goals in life." And so, very often, Filipinos cannot find that in, I don't know, their circle. They can't find it, and so if they are introduced to an older foreigner who treats them very well, then they'll go for that, won't they?
So in other words, the questions and judging about the judgment of other people might be right?
Well, they're going to be right some of the time, aren't they?
Yeah, so 50%. In other words, it might be not. Got me? But it overall, of course, foreigner knows, right? You might know, that person might know that, oh, it's not 100% that this Filipina loves me, right? You got me? It started from how you treated that Filipina, and then the relationship started to make it bigger. The love eventually fully loaded, overloaded.
Fully loaded.
Overload. So in other words, because it's different when you've been both together. You got me? When you're the same age,
Well,
so it's common. That's my thought.
We knew someone like that, didn't
Yeah.
we? The attraction, an older man and a younger Filipina, and the attraction was not there at first, and it
Yeah.
wasn't a question of money, and it was only later, as they got to know each other,
Mm-hmm.
that a real attraction
Is there?
formed.
Yeah. So that's
And
why.
so it's not always about money. Sometimes a person can be wealthy,
Yeah.
and if the attraction is not there,
Mm-hmm.
don't forget that they, when you actually commit to another person, that's the person that you're going to be looking at the last thing at the night and the first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
So no matter what anybody else thinks about whether there can be an attraction or not,
Correct.
the fact is that if the attraction and the chemistry is there, irrespective of age, then
Yeah.
you will commit to that relationship.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
See, you were just lucky in that I was so unbelievably handsome. But
I agree. You're handsome. I told to Terence the other day. I said, you're old, but you're very handsome.
don't be old. Why do we
You're
always?
80.
Why do we always talk about the old?
And the funny thing about that is, I went to church the other not last Sunday, but the other Sunday. And then there's an old woman. There's an old woman in the side of the road, and I'm driving my motorcycle. And then when we stop by